Hey guys, welcome to this vlog series about medical interviews. My name is Aashir and I'm currently on a gap year. I've just finished 2 years of A-levels and I'm applying to medicine, just like many of you watching this video that are doing or considering doing. So I've had one interview so far, I'm still waiting to hear back from it. And on top of that, I've had one rejection and I'm still waiting to hear back from 2 other universities about interviews. So before we dive into what to wear to an interview, I'm just going to highlight what not to wear. This might seem silly, but I think it's necessary in case any of you are falling into these traps. Don't wear anything informal. By that I mean hoodies or silly socks with, for example, SpongeBob or any silly symbols. Wear t-shirts or shorts or in chinos or jeans. Don't put too much makeup on. All of these can give off bad impressions, basically. Don't put on too much jewelry. As for girls, I would say just you don't have to overdress either. Just wear simple clothes, make sure they match, they look good, they don't have any creases, for example. You don't have to necessarily go out and buy new clothes. You can use any clothes that look professional at home. So I'm going to start off with a male dress code and what I wore. I wore a grey suit with grey trousers and a black tie and a white shirt. Obviously I did my top button and tucked my shirt in and wore a belt. Plain black socks and black leather shoes was what I also wore. I thought that looked professional and I looked mature in it, so that's what I went in with. You don't necessarily have to wear a suit and tie. You can wear a simple white shirt with a tie and simple trousers. Obviously I would go for leather shoes. Those are the optimal, I would say, in my opinion, the optimal dress code. You don't have to wear necessarily what I wore. You can wear a jumper on top, but make sure the jumper doesn't have any inappropriate symbols or signs. Don't go into with too much color either. Make sure you look simple, clean, and you look mature in that dress. As for females, I don't know much about female dress codes for interviews, but I'm gonna go and describe what I saw other females going to interviews with, or what I know friends have gone in with. You can wear high heels. I've heard that's fine. I've seen many people do that. Tights are also fine. You could get away with blouses, long sleeves. Go for collar shirts, I would say. Don't go in with short skirts. Sorry. Go in with a skirt that's long, preferably. It gives off a negative impression if you don't. And don't go in with any sports shoes or any big shoulder pads. Or don't go in with dangling jewelry or too much jewelry, I would say. Makeup, of course, put makeup on if you want. You want to look good, and that gives a good impression. But don't overdo yourself. I think there would come a point where it would give up a bad impression as well. So that's all I'm going to say for the dress code from my experience and what I think is an optimal approach for what I've seen and what I've done myself. As for extras such as watches, of course you can wear watches. Don't wear any silly watches like Hello Kitty or any Spider-Man watches, or those ones. Make sure they look professional. You don't necessarily have to. It won't increase your chances of being accepted, but it'll give a good impression. And you want to look good, and obviously it gives if you give a good impression to the interviewers, you're more likely to get a higher score from them on that interview if it's a score-based one, or if you will just be in the good books, basically, those interviewers. Also, as for perfume and deodorant, of course, wear them as well. That's a good idea. Just don't put too much on. I put a bit of it on because I didn't want to give a large stench of that perfume off. It wouldn't give such a... I would think it would be a negative if it was too much. But that's all for wearing stuff. Wearing what to wear to the interview. It's not too difficult. Obviously, take opinions from friends and family and people who have been to interviews a lot in their life. That would also help as for using these guidelines. And that's it, basically. I would say, that is it. That is what to wear to an interview, basically. If you like this video, then please do give a thumbs up, and feel free to leave any questions below and any comments, and do subscribe if you can, and thanks for watching. Before you stop watching, there's another video in the series that you might want to check out. It covers questions about what not to say in the interview and what would be inappropriate. So you might want to check that out.